Hello and good evening, beautiful people. Welcome back to Spill the Tea Loo. Welcome back to another World Cup watch-along here at Teacup Castle. Guys, this is going to be a good one. After the Spain, Cabo Verde, this is going to be a good one. I can feel it. The days are getting better. The games are getting better. There's upsets happening all over the place. Shem, I have good news for Shem. I'm going to give Shem the good news and then I'm going to say hello to the teacups. In other good news, have a timer. Not sure if it's going to work, but we'll do our best. So, Shem, this news is for you. For anybody who watched the Cabo Verde versus Spain, they will know that both the goalkeeper Vizinho and the defenders were absolutely sensational. And I would like to let everybody know that Pico Lopez, 33-year-old Pico Lopez, is actually born in Ireland. He qualified to play for Cabo Verde through his dad. His dad is from Cabo Verde. He's actually born in Ireland and he plays in the League of Ireland for a team called Shamrock Rovers over here in Dublin. And Shem, this is the part that matters for you. He was recruited by Cabo Verde through LinkedIn. Shem, LinkedIn can be a good thing. So how it happened, the former head coach of Cabo Verde sent him a DM on LinkedIn asking him to be a part of the Cabo Verde squad. And it was in Portuguese, so he just never answered it. And about a year later, they sent him another message, but this time it was in English. And he said, yeah, all right, why not? And there he is, the first ever League of Ireland player to be playing in this stage of the World Cup, apparently. Is that quite good news? So, Shem, the good news for you, sometimes recruitment from LinkedIn works. Never you worry. Next season's going to be better for Spurs, based entirely on this fact alone. Just thought I'd share that with everybody. I was quite pleased. It was quite a good fact. Shem, I'm waiting for the incredible excitement. Yes, Harold, isn't it a crazy story? Like, because it was in Portuguese, he just never answered them. And then they tried again in English, and he was like, all right, okay. And there he is, 33 years old, making his World Cup debut against Spain, helping Cabo Verde earn their first ever point at the World Cup. And he's from the little old League of Ireland over here at Shamrock Rovers. So yeah, it was a good one. I thought that was a good one. Really enjoyed it. It's a fun story. Imagine. But they're doing the national anthems here. So let me say hello to the teacups. I have to go to the start. Who was first tonight? Bonkers was first tonight. Hello, Bonkers. Damien, Shem, everybody, Damien and Shem were in here experiencing the end of that match together. I was sort of watching, but I was eating my dinner, so I couldn't really chat properly. But I was watching the corner coming in. I was watching the messages fly in. Oh, it was good fun. But the lads were in here watching along together. All boxed up was here. Paige, hello, the very lovely Paige. Damien and Flossie. All the beautiful teacups. There's Harold. Harold. Yes, you were also talking about Spain. Have I missed anyone? There's Tom. Hello, Tom McBride, who says Lamens is not in goal. That is because Thibaut Courtois is. But look, I prefer Lamens, and I'm not even being funny. Genuinely, if you offered me Courtois at Man United, I'd be like, no, thank you. I would like to keep Lamens. So, but probably to be expected, unfortunately. Daz is here. Hello, Daz. Hello, normal guy. Bojack. Hello, Bojack. Long time no see. Long time no see. Nice to have you in the chat with us, my friend. Lovely to see Bojack in the chat. Guess is here. She's here. She's made it. Let me see. Who else have we got? No, I've got everybody. I'm up to date. I've got everybody. Now, guys, this is going to be interesting. I actually shouldn't be too far behind you lot. And don't forget, guys, the timing will be slightly off. It'll be much closer than the last few days. It will be slightly off because obviously what I say right now, you don't see it for 30 seconds. So it'll be slightly off, but I should be closer than I have been the last few days. And I've got to do my best with the timer. I've got to do my absolute best. Am I live tomorrow for France? Who are France playing tomorrow? I can't remember what game we said for tomorrow. I totally forget. Let me see. This is what I get for just not being organised. It's entirely my own fault. France, Senegal. No, tomorrow what I was planning to do was Iraq and Norway for our Harold. I was planning to do Iraq and Norway. What I'll do though, because I'll definitely do a 12 o'clock show tomorrow. Will I do a 7 o'clock show? Do you know what you'll have to do tomorrow, lads? You'll have to keep the notifications on. I think probably what I'll do is a 12 o'clock and then I'll be doing Iraq, Norway. I don't know if I'll do a 7 o'clock show. I won't be doing France, Senegal though, because I couldn't. My attention span, I couldn't do a watch along France, Senegal, then Iraq, Norway. I know there's content creators out there that's doing it. And you know what? Absolutely fair play to them. Completely fair play to them. Because see the amount of dedication. I couldn't sit for that long. I would do myself a madness. But yeah, so tomorrow evening we're doing 11 o'clock Iraq and Norway. We'll have the 12 afternoon show, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll definitely do Iraq, Norway. I'm not going to do France, Senegal. What I'm undecided about is if I'll do a 7 p.m. show. At the moment, there doesn't feel like enough news. So I don't know. There's no point in doing one for the sake of it. So if anything happens, I'll do one. But if not, I probably won't. Tomorrow I need to organise the hold on. Right, lads. The timer should be working. I had to concentrate there to make sure I've actually got it almost bang on. Quite pleased with myself. Now we got a timer, people. We've kicked off. I'm so pleased. So yeah, keep an eye on your notifications. Do you see on your notifications, guys? When you go into the channel and you see the little bell, click on the bell, make sure it says all. Because if it doesn't say all, that means that YouTube just picks and chooses what it wants to tell you about, and it doesn't actually give you them all. So keep a wee eye on it. They're definitely 12 and definitely the Norway match. In between, undecided as it stands. Go on, Tom. Go on. Well done. Let me see. I've got... Yes, Bonkers, a timer. We've got a timer. I'm so pleased with myself. I mean, Hussam did most of the work, but I made it happen on the screen, so I'm quite pleased. I'm hoping we're in for a good game. What's our predictions, guys? What is our predictions? I did have a poll. What does the poll say? So I had a poll in the chat for what do we think the match outcome will be. As it stands, Belgium win 73%. 13% draw, 13% Egypt win. So Belgium win by a landslide. I thought we might be a little more mixed than that, especially with some of the surprising results that we've had. But fairs. Yes, I got a timer. it's working. I didn't break it. Let me see. Right. Tom reckons 3-1 to Belgium. Bojack reckons 2-1 to Belgium. Damien reckons 3-2 to Belgium. So we've got a lot of Belgium. Guest voted for Belgium as well. Normal guy voted for Belgium on the poll, but hopes it's actually going to be Egypt for a bit of an upset. I have to say, this is the first game I'm watching where I'm genuinely neutral. There's no United players on either of these teams. I've no connection. Well, my in-laws are in Belgium, but I've no connection to either of these places. There's rivals on both teams. I would maybe lean to Belgium because I like my in-laws a lot, but I'm not really stuck to one or the other, if I'm honest. Bonkers reckons a 2-2 draw, but is going for Egypt for Mo Salah. 2-2. Harold reckons 2-2 as well. Rob thinks 1-0 to Belgium. I hope we're going to have a lot more goals than you're expecting, Rob. I want all the goals. I want Damien's score because 3-2 is the score prediction so far with the most goals. So I would like that one, please. So far, both teams getting a bit of the ball, a little bit end to end, I can hear what sounds like, they sound like horns, but they sound like, do you remember the vuvuzelas? That's what they sound like. There's definitely a lot of tooting in the background. The ball's getting turned over quite quickly. Like Belgium has it, then Egypt have it, then Belgium have it, then Egypt have it. That's fair, Harold. I'm okay with that. I love the upsets. I do enjoy the upsets. I have to agree with that. Whatever team is not expected to win, that one. I do enjoy that. Hello, Surreal McCoy said, yes, we have a clock. It's magical. What you'll have to do, lads, I'm going to forget. If somebody scores, you're going to have to remind me to manually update the score because otherwise I'm going to forget. No, I'm up to date. I'm up to date with everybody. Right, it's with the Egypt back line. I'll tell you what, it's a frantic pace at the start of this game. It is a frantic pace. Egypt are trying to go forward down the right wing. That was some good defending there. Some good defending. IFG. What's IFG mean, Bojack? I hope it's not anything rude. What does IFG mean? The only IFG I know of is the BFG. BGF, Big F, BFG. Ah, normal guy. I didn't realize. Do you live in Australia then? Oh, I never saw that before, Bojack. Never saw that. I like that one. That's a good one. I do. I like that one. I'd never seen that before. So Belgium have the ball a bit here, but it's turning over fast. There's Kevin De Bruyne, his wee blonde head. You'll certainly be able to pick out De Bruyne. It'll be interesting to see if Doku continues his form because he was in blinding form at the end of the Premier League season. A shot from Kevin De Bruyne, but he was slightly wide. Now, you live in the USA. Ah, okay. Fair. Fairs. Yeah, he's just scuffed it, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just scuffed it. He hit with the wrong part of his foot. What happened Lukaku, though? I'm actually not sure. Totally honest, haven't a clue. Let us see. What happened Lukaku? Somebody's on the ground. Marmouche. Marmouche is on the ground. Yuri Tielemans like, what's wrong with him? He's fine. Lukaku is not on the bench. Is he not in the squad then? He must not be in the squad because he's not on the bench. Marmouche is pottering about there holding his back, but I reckon he'll forget in a little minute when there is a phase of play for him to get involved in. Definitely a high tempo though. So it might be a case of who gets tired first in this match because they're both absolutely running at it. Absolutely running at it. Let's see. Is Lukaku in the World Cup? But he had a big falling out at the end of last season, didn't he? According to this, he is on the bench, but he's not on the list here. Have I just skipped past his name? Maybe I've skipped his name by mistake. And Nana's on the ground here. Oh, sure, there he is. I told you a Billy lie, Bojack. He is in the squad. He's on the bench. Silly me. He's there right beside Fernandez Pardo, that wee chap that United have been linked to. Tielemans and Salah are having a wee chat there. Captain to captain. That was some head back to his keeper there for the Egypt player. I tell you what, it is a good atmosphere in the stadium. Like the fans are good and loud, you can hear them. Normal guy, my brother is in the US Navy. He's stationed in Rota in Spain. There's Trossard. He's having a wee moan about something. I think there was, did I see something today? There's transfer rumours about Leandro Trossard. Mother Teacup was visiting today, so I have been a little bit out of the loop, guys. I've not been on top of things this afternoon, which is why we don't have the Discord yet, because Mother Teacup came to visit and I got distracted. Not that it's hard to distract me, but I got distracted. So Egypt are attacking here now. They're just taking turns attacking. So Egypt down the right wing again, into the box, but there's nobody there. Headed away. And now Doku's going forward for Belgium. Tom is saying Arsenal need an upgrade there. There's a few people saying that. I thought Trossard had a decent season for Arsenal. I've seen a lot of people saying that, Tom. I thought every match I watched, I thought Trossard had a decent season for Arsenal. I think he had a better season than Odegaard. And so Egypt are trying to go forward here again now. Down the right-hand side again. Looking for a foul, but they didn't get it. And now Belgium are going forward again. It's going to be one of them, guys. It's going to be one of them. We're actually playing tennis. The sun's bright, isn't it? Like you can tell it's daytime by looking at the pitch. It's like lime green. It's super shiny and bright. Yeah, no, the Egyptian player just got there first, to be fair. No fouls in that one. Okay. So this wee guy, Lara, he plays for in Europe. Back with Belgium, guys. Back with Belgium. Is everybody watching it? Are any of you just listening to me? Or is everybody watching it with me on in the background? How are we watching along today? Yellow card. Yellow card for Atia. Ndoye was heading forward there. Atalanta, that's the one, Bojack. Atalanta. Thank you. But yeah, Ndoye was heading forward there for Belgium. He had his wee leg kicked by Atia. First yellow card of the match. Probably well deserved, to be fair. Guess is just listening in, should be studying. You're always studying, to be fair. You study hard. Tom has me and the game on. Damien's also watching the game. Fairs. That's all right. That's all right. I kind of just want a goal. It's not that it's interesting, like it is. It's end to end, high tempo. There's a lot going on. I wouldn't say either team really has the edge yet. What do you guys reckon? I don't think either team is looking particularly better than the other. Doku here now is trying to get forward. That was well stolen back, wasn't it? That was really well stolen back by Egypt. And then challenge on Mo Salah. Yet another yellow card. So 2 yellow cards in about 2 minutes here. Salah was definitely going to break. I mean, he's yanked his arm and swung him about the place. That's definitely a yellow, to be fair. So Timothy Castagna is on a yellow card. 2 yellows in about 2 minutes. But that could have been dangerous for Egypt. They're breaking here anyway. No, they're not. It's been cut out. Damien says the final third play for both teams needs to be better. Yeah, because they're both just losing. Attack, turnover, attack, turnover. It's grand. It's grand. Rob reckons it's even so far. I agree. It's very even so far. Like, both teams look to be somewhat threatening. Harold's out driving. Driving. Just listening to us as Harold. I do appreciate you being here, Harold. I know you work very hard when you're out driving, that you have us on in the background. But yeah, I probably agree with Damien. Final third is where it's sort of breaking down. The attacks are building. And then it is, to be fair, do you know what I would say? I feel like the defense is good on both sides. They're both defenders are defending well. Now, no harm, right? Doku's lying on the ground, rolling about the floor, holding his leg. He was challenged, but he's rolling about the floor, holding his leg. But he's gone like this, looked up to see if the referee's looking at him, and then put his head back down. He is the reason the rule exists that if you get treatment, you have to go off for a minute. Players like that are the reason. He looked up to see if the referee was paying him any attention and then continued rolling around the ground. If he'd looked up and the referee wasn't looking at him, he wouldn't have stayed on the ground. If you're okay enough to see who's paying attention to you and who's looking at you, you're fine. Harold says that's why I agree with this rule. The problem is, I think the rule unduly punishes players that are genuinely injured. I understand the rule and I understand why it's there, but I think it punishes people that are actually injured, which is kind of what I don't like about it. It's a catch-22 though, isn't it? Bojack, is it just me or are these World Cup refs kind of sus? Hope it's just me. Bojack, I think it's just you. The first one in the Mexico match, he was a bit card happy. But no, I actually think some of the refereeing performances have been very good. Yesterday, the Netherlands and Japan, I thought the referee was excellent. No, I don't know if it's just you, but I think overall the referees that I have seen for the most part have been quite good. Tom is saying a lot of the shooting has been dreadful at the World Cup so far. Spain's shooting looked way off earlier. I wonder if there is something wrong with the ball like Jubilani in 2010. Well, there was nothing wrong with Germany's shooting. There was nothing wrong with the USA's shooting. I just think Spain were really bad, if I'm honest. I don't know. I think you're being very generous. I think you're being very generous, Tom. I think some of the teams are just like Brazil and Spain are just not living up to their hype, you know? Leandro Trossard has the ball here. That was a lot of quick feet movement, and to be fair to him, he has come away with the ball. Oh, Damien, that water break, it's a mess. What do you guys feel about the water break and the subsequent ads during it? Damien, was it yesterday? Guys, what day was I talking about the ad break? After the Curaçao match. Curaçao scored their first goal. The momentum was entirely with them. They were going on pure vibes and feelings. Then you had the water break, and then they got demolished. Now, I'm not saying they would have won that match, but they had just scored and they had the momentum with them, and their momentum was ruined by the hydration break. Also, when you see referees being told by a man in a suit with an iPad, no, the players can't play yet because the ads are still going. The players, Germany's players, were trying to start playing again. They had to be told by the officials we're not allowed to start again. Oh, what a goal! What a goal, Egypt! 1-0 to Egypt! Wow, 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 what a goal that was! That was some shot. That's what they're doing in Germany, guess. That's what they're doing in Germany. In Germany, they're not going to ads. They're just showing the players drinking their water. Oh, good shout, Floss. I forgot already. Thank you. Right, we need to go to Egypt. That was a brilliant goal. Right, now. Score. Egypt 1. Excellent. Thank you, Flossie. Shout out to Flossie. I was definitely going to forget. Hadn't even entered my brain. Brilliant. Well done. The celebration. And it was this guy, Ashur. Ashur. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Ashur. But yeah, that's us. 1-0 to Egypt. Imam Ashur in the 20th minute exactly. That was a very good goal. It was, I think, see when it's from so far out and it's going through bodies, it's always impressive. Yeah, like they gave him the space, Damien, as you say, they gave him the space to take the shot, but to place it, not to sky it, to get the power and to get it through the defenders, I agree. They gave him the opportunity, but then he took it. 100%. Hello, our Dave. Hello. Dave is still enjoying himself in the Seychelles. He can't wait to get back to us. Good to have Dave with us. Belgium are trying to get forward here, but again, it's been so end to end. It was a case of who was going to make the most of one of their opportunities. And it was Belgium, but there is going to be a free kick here for Egypt, and it was going to be Egypt. But a free kick to Egypt here. Oh, water break. Advertisement break. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. The commentators, the opening quarter, if we should call it that these days. Oh dear. I am still seeing the players. I'm watching it on RTE today. I'm watching it on RTE too. I'm seeing the players and the grass being watered, and I'm hearing the studio. I don't think RTE are going to the break. I'm waiting to see if I'm highly impressed with this. I didn't know because I've been watching on ITV. I'm watching on RTE today. I'm watching on the Irish channels today. No ads. No ads in the hydration break on RTE. So the Irish channels, they're not. I'm seeing highlights. I'm seeing the highlight of the goal. I'm hearing the studio talk. I'm seeing the players drink. I've been seeing ads every other time. I've been seeing ads every other time. This is the first time I'm watching on RTE. No ads. I didn't realize that. I should have been watching on RTE the whole time, to be fair. No commercials where Shem is either. Good, I like that. I like that. That makes me feel a little bit calmer about the situation. It's still very irritating. Still very irritating. But I like that. I like that I'm not seeing ads right now. That's cheered me right up. The players, the Belgian players are walking around the sprinklers. They've had enough drink. Egypt are still drinking their water, to be fair, but the Belgian players, they're walking around the sprinklers. They're having a wee cool down. They're having a wee cool down. Yeah, it's actually so frustrating. It's so frustrating. It's one of the most annoying things about the tournament so far. It changes the momentum. It changes the entire dynamic of the game completely because the players know what's coming up. It's really irritated. Really irritating. Yes, it is Rudy Garcia. It is Rudy Garcia, Bojack. Do you know what I don't understand as well? And maybe it's just me. Instead of just adding every single time to every single half an extra 3 minutes, would you not just stop the clock? Do you know, like, would you not just stop the clock? What's the point? But we're back up and running now anyway. Throw to Belgium, which they've taken incredibly quickly. Ah, I see, Harold. That's interesting. I saw that. Was it Thierry Henry said that? Was that's I'm sure that's what Thierry Henry said. I saw that on X. He had a right old rant about it. He's not impressed. Thierry Henry is not impressed with some of the goings on at this World Cup. I don't know if he's all that impressed with one of his co-hosts, if I'm honest with you. Belgium are trying to go forward here, but good defending. Good defending there by Egypt. Guess Henry is never impressed. Well, on this occasion, he has a point. De Bruyne is trying to create, but Egypt are defending really, really well. Damien is saying pretty even stats for both teams with the exception of the goal. And that's it. It has been a pretty even match, more or less. Pretty even match, more or less. It was a case of who was going to take their chance, and it was Egypt. But if we didn't know there'd been a goal, so if you just turned on the match and you couldn't see the scoreboard, you would think it was probably a draw because of the way it's playing. And ball on, right? Yeah, that's him, all right. That's him. So there was an attack there for Belgium. There was a foul. Belgium took the shot anyway. The keeper made the save anyway. But maybe it wasn't a foul, but he's definitely hurt himself. Has he twisted his ankle or something, the Egyptian player? He looked like he did something, it maybe jarred his ankle or something when he went down there in his own box. So like he was looking for. Oh, there's Lawmans. I could see Lawmans behind the manager of Belgium. We're all up and running again, so we're all okay. So what do we think, guys? I have to say, to be fair, since the goal, it has been primarily Belgium. It has been much more Belgium. Certainly in terms of possession, since the Egypt goal. Do we think Belgium are more likely to score next? Or that this will peter out and Egypt will get another goal? What do we think is more likely, boys and girls? Yes, do as normal, Guy says. Please do remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Dave is saying, Courtois is past his sell-by date. Time for Lawmans. I'd play Lawmans over Courtois. Absolutely. But I am not an international football team manager. So what would I know? But that's what I'd be doing. I would have had Lawmans on the pitch. Although, to be fair, from a United point of view, I'd much prefer he doesn't play and get injured. Bojack is saying Egypt are so compact at the back so far. They are. They're really, I have to say, they're operating really well at the back. They're defending really very well at the back. As a team, it's not like one player digging them out every time. As a team, they're defending really, really well. That wee De Ketelara chap for Belgium, he's struggling a wee bit to kind of get into the game. Tielemans put a cross in, but again, it's cleared. They're fighting for it now. A bit of ping pong. De Bruyne has been trying to create. Doku's been trying to create. That's probably the first I've seen from Tielemans. But it's just not happening. Damien says Egypt might be able to cope better in this heat. I mean, Egypt would be warmer than Belgium, but Belgium is not a cold country. Belgium is quite warm. Even when it's like overcast, it's quite warm. Belgium has that kind of a sort of a heavy, muggy, sort of a humid heat. Like I said, it wouldn't be as hot as Egypt, but it'd be a pretty warm country. I mean, Egypt, yeah, they're probably more liable with the level of heat they're experiencing here, but I wouldn't have thought it would be this drastically different. Yeah, and let's not forget global warming. Let's not go down that track. They keep trying down the left. They keep going down. Belgium, they keep going with Jeremy Doku. What if they try out on the right? Because the left it's not working. They're not getting the ball in. What about going down the right hand side? No. Oh, Trossard's gone out there now. He's tried to send it in, but he's only got as far as the Egypt defender again. I don't think that it's Belgium attacking badly. I think it's Egypt defending very well. Egypt are attacking now. The way it went across the front of the goal there, I thought it was going in. Just the angle looked really funny. But like, it's been Belgium, 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 Belgium. Really, since Egypt's goal, it's been all Belgium. Courtois had to save that though from Egypt. So Belgium have been trying. Egypt's defence has been brilliant. Egypt make a break for it. Courtois has to make a save. So it's corner Egypt. Short corner Egypt, and they've just literally kicked it from their corner to Doku. Egypt had a corner, and the player that took the corner for Egypt just kicked the ball to Jeremy Doku for an entirely unknown reason. There's going to be a yellow card for the Egypt player that took Doku down. I would suggest probably worth it. So number 13 took Doku out from Egypt. But you know what? That's one of them yellow cards. You're better off taking it. So Ahmed Fatou for Egypt is on a yellow. I would suggest if you're going to get a yellow, that was a good one. If you're going to get a yellow, that's one of those take one for the team moments, and he did. What was that corner though? That was absolutely dreadful. We've seen a lot of corners in the Premier League this season. I've not seen one quite like that though. That was terrible. He just kicked it to Doku. And now his teammate's on a yellow because he took a terrible corner. That was really bad. The match is starting to get a little physical now. Egypt go forward again. That was bad. But it's back with Belgium now. We're going to try down the left again. And what happened? It's cut out. It's back with Egypt. Right, lads. We're 35 minutes into the match. Not once has it worked for Belgium going down the left. Please try something else. Like, how many times have they tried going down the left? They're getting nowhere. Try the right. Try the middle. Try something that's not the left. I mean, they've swapped. Doku was out on the left and Trossard was on the right. They've now swapped. Trossard's over on the left and Doku's on the right. But they're still going down the left. It's not working. Do something else. Yeah, and straight to the one person, Damien, you don't want it to go to. Disastrous. Absolutely disastrous. Guess is saying no, it'll work sooner or later. Yet later might be the problem. They're already 1-0 down. The later part is probably the issue with that. But here they are. Belgium have it. What are they going to do? What are they going to do with it? Oh. Through the middle? Are they going to go left? They've tried to. Oh, it's on the right. The football is on the right of the pitch, but there's been a foul on the Egypt player. Oh, Tielemans stood on his ankle. Like, on his ankle. That will have hurt. I don't think it was on purpose, but it definitely will have hurt. Yeah, nothing's going to happen. Exactly right, guess. Not one single thing. Castagna on the left back, Trossard on the right. I don't know what is Rudy trying to cook here, Chief. I'm not sure Rudy knows what Rudy's trying to cook at this point. Dave, that thing in Germany yesterday, I never heard of. I'm not even sure how part of the world it's in. A lot of people are feeling that way, Dave, but it's good. It's good. Normal guy's hungry. Well, I was going to say 8 minutes away from half time, but you have to add the 3-minute hydration break, so we're 11 minutes away. Belgium are trying to go forward here. It's out on the left. It's been crossed into, it's got as far as Doku. Trossard tried to take a shot, but it was blocked. Blocked again. See that wee Ngoy? The wee Ngoy guy for Belgium. I quite like him. Doku's got it out here on the right, and he's just sent it back into his defenders, hasn't he? Back out. It's on the right. They have the ball on the right. It's been crossed in and headed away by the Belgian player. The Belgian player has jumped up to meet the cross and headed it away from the goal that he's trying to score in. Not sure why he's done that, but he has. And so now we're in the middle of the park and Trossard's down holding his ankle. I reckon he'd be all right. He doesn't have that my ankle's busted sort of scream face on. Who was that jumped up for that header from Belgium? Is Ngoy from the PSG youth? Let's see. Where does Ngoy play? Belgium attacking here. Headed away by Egypt defence. They're going to try and counter-attack, but they've been slowed down. Right. Ngoy. Play club football. Tielemans needs to be careful. He's taking people down all over the gaff. He plays for Lille. He went to Lille, right? Let's go to transfer market. That's a better way to do it. Ngoy. I should have just went here first. Silly me. Nathan Ngoy. Where did he play before? We're at the corner flag here. Was it a corner or a goal kick? No, he's Standard Liège. Anderlecht Youth to Standard Liège under 18s, and then Standard Liège under 21s, then Standard Liège senior team, and now Lille. So Ngoy is Lille, but originally from Anderlecht Youth and then through the age groups at Standard Liège. Mind games. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I can think of why you would head the football away from the goal you're trying to score in. What would you be thinking? No problem, Bojack. We're all learning on these international tournaments. He's doing very well, though. He's defending well, but he's getting forward nicely too. And he looks young. What age is he? He's 23. Fairs. 23-year-old centre back. Interesting. And we're I was going to say we're with the Egypt back line, but we're not. They've kicked it out of play. We're back. We're back with Belgium. De Bruyne. We're nearly half time, lads. De Bruyne just was going to take a shot there. He's had enough. He's had enough of relying on his teammates. He was just going to take a shot himself, but it looked like his own teammate got in the way of it. I think his own teammate blocked his shot. He sent it to Doku. It's with Doku. But it's won back fairly by Egypt. That was a good tackle. What is Doku complaining about? That was a good tackle. Back with Belgium, though. They've won it back. Yeah, Belgium flapping. Belgium are flapping. I tell you what, I know Belgium have had a lot of control of possession. They've been doing a lot of the attacking, but they've never really at any point looked like scoring, have they? The few chances Egypt have looked a lot more dangerous than anything Belgium have produced from all of this possession. It's with Salah at the minute. Belgium have turned it over. Egypt have turned it over. It's with Egypt now. It's with the wee chap that scored the first one. Flossie says, I've never thought Belgium were a great team. They're one of those almost teams, aren't they? They're one of those teams almost. They're kind of a mid-table team, aren't they? They're like a Brighton or something. Like they're not terrible, they're decent, but they're not like really good, if you get what I mean. That's how I feel. I mean, when Egypt come forward, Belgium look a lot more panicked than Egypt do when Belgium go forward. Damien says, not so threatening from Belgium in the final third. I agree. For all of their tying and poking and prodding and attempting and pushing and, you know, they haven't really looked like scoring. Were they? Frig away off. How have they managed that? Like, what? That's baffling. That's absolutely baffling. I agree, Flossie. How did they manage that? I have no idea. Yeah, I agree, Bojack. The Decathlon. Oh, hold on. We're 4 minutes at a time. I need to put that in the little timer. See how good that is? It's not quite right. I'm a few seconds out because I wasn't fast enough. But look at this. It's quite good. Yeah, I agree. He doesn't seem to be a target man. Do you know what he seems? And I don't mean this he seems quite young. He seems a little bit developmental. He doesn't seem like your number one striker in a World Cup. Thank you, guest. Thank you. I was quite pleased with myself. Very impressed. Now, it's about 3 or 4 seconds out, but I'm pretty close. Quite impressed with myself. Think I'm deadly. I mean, Doku. Oh, sorry, guys. Doku took a shot there, but it hit the outside of his boot. Going nowhere near. Nowhere near, lads. Not even close. Tom is saying the ship has sailed for Belgium off former teams gone by. They blew their chance. The thing is, they have some quite good players. It's just not. It's just not coming together. I said that wee chap in Goy has been quite good. Tielemans, I think, has been very poor. And I think he's their captain. Unless it's De Bruyne. I think it's Tielemans, though. Yeah, it's Tielemans as the captain. And I would say he's been their worst player. And not by a short way. He's been sticking in loose challenges all over the gaff. And he's not doing a lot going forward. I don't think he's been very good. Although maybe sometimes what we see is the person cleaning up the mess of the other people not doing their job. So maybe Tielemans is doing very well and he's covering up some other bad play. But for me, he hasn't been at the races. What was that? Save from Courtois? That wasn't very good. He's trying to head it back to the keeper, but he's nowhere near the keeper. That was not good. That was bad. After me singing his praises all half, he ends the half doing something silly like that. But it's going to be, the corner is going to be taken from the goal scorer. He hasn't passed it to Doku this time, so that's a good start. Salah's put it into the box, but headed away, kicked back in. They've run it. It's fallen loose. I'm assuming that's a corner. It's going to be a corner from the other side. Corner for Egypt from the other side. The referee is telling them to hurry up and take it. And to be fair, Salah ran over to take it. The keeper was in no man's land there. So the ball came in. That's the end of the first half. The ball was put in from the corner by Salah. Courtois was nowhere. If anybody was behind Courtois for Egypt and got to that, 17 didn't even jump. If 17 had just jumped, that could have been a goal. That could have been a goal. Right, let me stop this timer. Let me stop the timer, right. And then I need to go to... there we are. There we are. Look at me go. I'll be ready for the second half. Not to worry, Tom. Not to worry. We'll be here. Hello to Moonshine. Hello. Welcome to the Madhouse. Damien says, at this rate, I won't rule out an Egypt counter for a second goal. I would suggest, guys, I think Egypt look the more likely to get the next goal in the match. Despite all of the possession from Belgium, Egypt look more dangerous when they have it. And I felt like there was more of a chance of Egypt getting a second than Belgium getting an equaliser. That's where I'm feeling. Rob says, I remember Belgium storming to the quarterfinal but getting smashed by England. We always remember the happy things, don't we? We always remember the happy things. Dave is feeling confident about England tomorrow. That is our match tomorrow, England and Croatia. That is tomorrow's match. No, it's not. That's Wednesday. What do you mean tomorrow? England's on Wednesday, isn't it? Tomorrow is Norway. Confusing me altogether. Our Dave. Bonkers says Egypt look good. They do. They really do. And all boxed up. Belgium not a shot on target. for the amount of possession they had in that first half, not one shot on target is disgraceful. Now, at the start, Kevin De Bruyne put that one slightly wide, slightly to the left of the goal as you were looking at it. Doku had the one that hit the outside of his foot and it went away wide on the right. But, I mean, if you think about it, the keeper hasn't had to make a single save. I haven't seen Chaubert, the Egyptian keeper, do anything. I hadn't thought about it, but now you've said it, I can't think of a single shot on target because the defence has been doing it. The defence has been blocking it. The defence has been doing their job. It hasn't got as far as the keeper at all. Belgium have been highly, highly, highly ineffective. Belgium, 7 shots, 0 on target. Egypt, 4 shots, 3 on target. And this, guys, is where the eye test meets the stats. Because I haven't looked at any of the stats other than what pops up on the screen in the match. And I have said that, yes, Belgium have had all the possession, but it feels like Egypt are using the possession more effectively and more dangerously. And the stats back that up. I mean, that's disgraceful. That is disgraceful. Hold on a wee sec, guys. Bear with me just a moment. Sorry. Okay. Yes, I did see that, Harold. I did see that. The Capo Verde goalkeeper has gained over 1 million followers on Instagram. So before the game, he had something like 53,000, and now he has over 1 million. I did see that just before I went live. I thought it was really fun. Really fun. It's incredible what can happen. And like, boom, how quick. Just one thing and boom. Bojack is saying, well, Rudy, come on now. Come on now, Rudy. Egypt have equipped themselves really well. And Rob is saying there have been some surprises. There really do. Do they speak Portuguese in Cabo Verde? I believe so. Because Vitinho is the name of the keeper, and that's Portuguese. What language do they speak in Cabo Verde? Portuguese, yes. Their official language is Portuguese. It is used for all government administration, formal education, and written media. So Portuguese is the official language. They do speak other languages, but their official language is Portuguese. They can also speak English, French, Spanish, and Italian, and they learn English and French in school. Interesting. I was just going by the keeper's name. The keeper's name is Portuguese. Isn't Nani from there? Is he? I don't know. I didn't think so. No, he's Portuguese. I thought that, but when you said it, I doubted myself for a little minute. I was like, I'm sure he's Portuguese. No, Nani's Portuguese. Thank you. Let me see. Yeah, the team were incredible. The team were absolutely incredible. The whole team. What was the Spanish game like? I didn't get to watch it. I was having a great time. Oh, you were sightseeing. Very nice, Dave. Very nice. Cabo Verde were basically just very good defensively. Their keeper was incredible. Their defenders were very good. They were very staunch. And I mean, to be fair, I don't think anybody would begrudge them not going toe to toe with Spain. Like, do you know what I mean? Who apparently were the official favourites going into the tournament. So, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Do you know what it is, Moonshine? It's not just you. Dave and Bonkers, because both of the names now start with BO and both of their profile pictures are red and black. Now, obviously, Bonkers is the Liverpool crest and Dave Boys is Ronald McDonald, but they're both starting with BO, and both of them, if you glance quickly at their profile pictures, they're black and red and white. I've had to look a few times. It's not just you. That's caught me a few times. Oh dear. I have to check who I'm answering sometimes when I'm reading out the names because they're very similar. If you glance quickly, they're quite similar. What do we think, guys? Do we think, look, I would suggest Egypt were quite far and away the more dangerous team in the first half. Do we think that continues into the second half? Or do we think that Belgium will come out differently? Do we think they will be more effective? Do we think Egypt's defense will get tired? Because to defend that well for a whole match is difficult. And I know we're saying the Cabo Verde team did it, but it's not the usual. It is quite a difficult thing to do. So, do we think, what do we think? What are we reckoning? There you go. There you go. Lukaku, Moonshine, is on the bench. I wonder, did he have an injury or something? Why is he not starting? Let's find out. Why is Lukaku not starting? Preference. Just preference. There's no injury. There's no behind the scenes reason. Preference. Oh, never mind. Never mind. This one is saying. Ah ha ha. Right. So this one is saying injury concerns, but this one from TalkSport. Head coach Rudy Garcia bluntly admitted that the Napoli man is out of shape. I would suggest that is because he fell out with Napoli. That is because he fell out with Napoli. Yes, Hassam, look at the timer. The wonderful timer. I've managed to pause it and get it back to 45 minutes for starting off the second half. I am incredible. I am incredible at following instructions. Look at me go. But are you pleased with yourself? I followed your terrible instructions. They were not very detailed. Can I just say, Hassam's instructions were not detailed. He was like, press this button. And I'm like, where is this button? Where is this button he speaks of? How do I make that happen? But back to not talking about the timer. Lukaku fell out with them at Napoli and he stopped turning up for training. And he stopped turning up for matches, and they were talking about disciplinary and stopping his money, and he basically had a bit of a wibble wobbler and hasn't been playing or training at Napoli. So for the Belgium head coach, Rudy Garcia, to then come out and say he's out of shape, I would imagine that's why he's not in the starting lineup. I would imagine that's why, all his own fault. Imagine knowing you're going to the World Cup and then having a bit of a wobbler and refusing to train. What an absolute dose of badness. What an absolute dose of badness. 53% possession for Belgium. No attempts on target. Wouldn't you be mortified? Oh, Hassam. Oh, Hassam. Look what you've gone and done. Look what you've gone and done. Poof! You're gone. There we go. Harold, Lukaku is the player that has generated the most transfer fees in world football. I never knew that. I never knew that at all. Damien says, sources close to the striker play down reports about Darwin Núñez returning to Liverpool this summer. Fabrizio Romano. Well, Luizio Romano told us that the day the rumour came out, that I thought it was complete nonsense. So never mind El Fabrizio. He is late to the party. He's late to the party. He's quite late to the party a few times this summer. As I said, there's more and more people talking transfers, and as more and more people do it, it's harder for anybody like Romano, Ornstein, whoever, Ben Jacobs to get to it first. But it's, I mean, I think for me, I thought it was pretty obvious that was a big pile of doggy doo-doo. I think he should go to Newcastle, though. I really think he should go to Newcastle. I think Newcastle should get rid of Wissa and get Núñez. That's what I think. If I was in charge of Newcastle, that's what I would be doing. Although I probably would have sacked Eddie Howe as well. So things would look very different if I was in charge of Newcastle. I'd be making some serious decisions. Hold on. I need a wee sip of water, lads. I need a wee sip of water. Harold, I can't remember my twin sister's birthday, but I can remember Lukaku's transfer fees. Yes, Hassam. On this channel, it's a Luocracy. You make fun of Ireland, you go in the bin. That's how it works over here. No frauds allowed. No rage bait. No nonsense. Do I want Núñez at Newcastle because he can't hit a barn door? I think he would do good at Newcastle. And to be fair, at least he'd get on the pitch, which is more than what Wissa's been doing because he's too busy getting injured. Lads, they're coming back on the pitch. I have to prepare myself to get my timer started again. Right, hold on. Hold on till we not make a hames of this. They're back on the pitch. Right, I need more sound. I need sound back. I've muted them, so I would say exactly. Exactly. Hassam was very much mistaken. He thought he was in a democracy. It's not a democracy, it's a luocracy. It's a luocracy, and I am Queen Teacup. Exactly, Harold. Who doesn't? Sure, we're just such easygoing, chilled out, calm, happy people all of the time. Who wouldn't love us? It's not like we're crazy. Right, I need to be ready. I need to be ready for the kickoff. They're all. Who's that having a wee chat with the referee? Shut up. We need to prepare the timer, man. Leave him alone. Right, are we ready? I am not. It's very tense because you have to click the button at the exact right moment. There we go. We got it. So my commentator is telling me that Lukaku only had 7 appearances for Napoli this season because he was blighted by injuries. I'll be interested now to see. What way we move forward. I'll be interested to see if it continues much the way it was in the last half. Is it going to be just the same? Loads of Belgium possession and doing nothing with it? Or will Egypt get a bit more attacking because they've looked far more dangerous? I think if Egypt do a bit more attacking, we could see a few more goals in this match. I would believe in Egypt to score quicker than Belgium, based on what we've seen in the first 48 minutes, since they're 48-minute halves now. It does beg the question, if he's that unfit, he's played that few minutes for his club, and he's not capable of starting the match, should Lukaku be in the squad? Because obviously this young chap, De Catalara, is not sensational. So yeah, there you go. Bojack is saying, can't lie, should have brought Benteke or Batshuayi. I mean, should have brought someone who can get on the pitch. Because what's the point in being very good if you can't play? Steve. There's people all over the ground. There's been about 3. Is that Doku that's repeatedly falling, or is it different players? Every time I look, Doku's getting up off the ground. And I don't feel like he's being tackled a lot. I'll tell you what, that's Man City in him, playing for fouls, racking in the ref's going to give them to him. That was a big old ball. They've sent the ball out to that wee guy, Ashore, again. He sent it forward from Moutier. Egypt it's just getting blocked. Egypt must have tried to shoot 3 times there. It just got blocked every single time. Egypt are going to build up again. I hope we get another goal. It's been a good match. It has been an entertaining match. It's been actually interesting to watch. But I want another goal. Are they still playing? Let's see. Benteke currently plays for Al Wahda in the UAE Pro League. Prior to that, he had a highly successful stint with DC United in the MLS. He won the MLS Golden Boot in 2024. So yeah, I would suggest he's probably still better than Lukaku, because at least he's bloody well playing and he's not having a strop. Now, Batshuayi, I don't know. Let's try him. He plays for Frankfurt. Batshuayi is playing for Eintracht Frankfurt. So yeah, they're both still playing, and both would have been more effective than Lukaku. That seems a weird decision. So Rudy said he's unfit, and then took him anyway, and then can't put him on the pitch. I mean, that seems like a silly decision. Either of the two you mentioned would have been a better option, Bojack. Marmouche and Doku there. Doku's on the ground again. I think it's been given as a foul against Marmouche, but I'll be honest, Doku has spent more of this half, like the start of this half, on the ground than he has spent on his feet. Kevin De Bruyne, though, this is a good distance for him for a free kick, isn't it? He looks rather frustrated, but I mean, this looks like a good distance for him. Oh, he's just sent it sideways. What a waste of a free kick. What a waste. It's with Trossard anyway. I think it's Trossard. That was quite a tackle through the back of him. It's out with Doku. Doku's got it on the left. He's trying to run it into the box. He has got quite far, and then it's just been taken off his toe by Egypt, who were going to try and counter-attack. But, oh no, they're trying to counter-attack. Kevin De Bruyne tried to stop it. He failed. He looks rather frustrated with his teammates, though, does Kevin De Bruyne. Rather frustrated. Hassan is not pleased with my dictatorship. Hassan is not pleased at all with my dictatorship. It's a ludocracy. There we go. That's told him. I've told that fraud, this is a ludocracy and I'm head teacup. He's not pleased with me. Oops. I have to say, lads, fast start to the second half. I was a little bit unsure because some of the matches where we've watched them, the first half has been very good, and then the second half it's slowed quite dramatically. I didn't know if we were going to have a good second half or if it was going to peter out because, as we talked about, like it is quite hot. It is quite hot, and they're doing a lot of high tempo running. But it's another free kick here to De Bruyne. This one's a lot closer. He might try this one. He might actually take this one on. But good tempo at the start of the second half. That's good. I was worried we might drop off, but it's not so far. Oh, we have a draft excluder for this one. You know it's close when the draft excluder is there. Will the Egyptian keeper have to actually make a save here? Let us see. Let us see. Poor De Bruyne. Somebody should give him some sun cream. He's not very sallow, is he? Bless him. He's not sallow. Oh my God. How long has this taken? Oh. Brilliant save. Brilliant save. It took a long while, and I think most of the delay was the referee, to be fair. But very, very good. Well taken by De Bruyne. Oh no, it wasn't a save. It went off the post. Off the post. I thought the keeper got his hand to it, but he didn't. Off the post. It was very well taken by De Bruyne, though. That is far and away the closest Belgium have come. And if he was ever so slightly inside, I don't think the keeper was getting to it. I think there was, as you say, Bojack, I think there was just a little bit. But Egypt are breaking here now. Yeah, nearly there. Nearly there, lads. De Bruyne is still class, says Dave. I was surprised he didn't try it. I know the first free kick was further out, but I was surprised he didn't just try it. But, like, look how fast Egypt are breaking. It's going to be a corner now to Egypt. They're breaking really fast. Salah's going to take the corner. Still no shots on target, says All Boxed Up. I mean, the corner was taken by Egypt, but there was nobody in there in the box to be on the end of it except for the Belgian players. I mean, in fairness to Doku, he's chasing everything down. You'd swear he was the striker. He looks to actually be playing in the middle now. Egypt are sending it forward again. He's chasing her down. He's chasing that ball down. Number 11 has been quite good for Egypt, you know. One back in the box, fairly, by Belgium. There's a Belgian player rolling around the side of the pitch, off the field of play, The referee is letting play continue. Save by Courtois. Assure got a shot off there. That was quite a strange scenario there. So there was a bit of a tackle or a coming together. The Belgian player is lying, rolling around the ground in pain, but they're off the pitch. They're lying off the field of play. So the referee doesn't stop the play, allows it to continue. Looks like Salah got his head to that. Save from Courtois. And the match isn't stopped until the ball goes out of play. And he did. It had to be saved. But I don't really know what happened to the Belgian player, if I'm honest. It was a little bit of a coming together, but it didn't look enough to stay lying on the ground like that. We are going to get 2 Belgian subs as well. We get 2 Belgian subs here. They probably need a bit of energy. Castagna is one of the ones coming off. And Onana is coming off. That shot was so bad, Davian. So Castagna and Onana off. De Kuiper and Raskin on. Let us see if fresh legs makes any difference at all. Let us see. Egypt attack again. It's all Egypt, lads. Like, it's actually all Egypt. Belgium just cannot get anywhere. I mean, they're trying, but it's just Egypt are matching them, outmatching them everywhere on the pitch. And you have to say, Egypt definitely deserve to be ahead. They probably want a second one, though, because 1-0 is just not a safe scoreline. Dave, don't mention the word Onana. I nearly dropped my beer. Don't do that, Dave. Don't waste beer. Don't do that. That's almost as bad as wasting tea. I mean, Belgium are trying to build an attack, but it's not going too well, is it? That wee chap, Ashore, for Egypt, where does he play? He's been very good. I know you're not supposed to scout players in the World Cup, but I mean, how am I supposed to find them otherwise? I'm not watching all the leagues. What's his first name? Imam, is that him? Oh, yeah, that is him. He plays for Al Ali. Yeah, so he's probably not coming for Premier League money, is he? He plays for Al Ali. He's not playing many games for them. He's not playing many games for them at all, if I'm honest. 6 out of 10 starting 11, 7 out of 20 in the Egyptian Premier League. Central midfielder can play as a left winger or an attacking midfielder. Apparently, his current market value is 4.5 million. Oh, was at Midtjylland previously. RTE, don't be doing that to me. So, not Belgium, Egypt. Egypt are attacking. He's running really fast. He's skied it. He's absolutely skied it. Get up. You should be embarrassed. Is that Marmouche? Who was that? That was dreadful. Very fast running. Yeah, that was Omar Marmouche. Very, very fast running. Skied it and then looked for a penalty. There's nothing wrong with him. Oh, he might have got a slight elbow in the back. I would like to apologise. He might have got a slight elbow in the back. I didn't see that on the first time. He was running too fast for me to see it. Welcome back, Harold. Doku's here, and he's just been closed out by the defenders. He's looking for a lads, just stop looking for penalties. Honestly, just get up at the ground. Marmouche and Doku, two Man City players, throwing themselves on the ground in the penalty area, looking at the referee. Why am I not getting a penalty? How very Manchester City off you. Shut up and get back up. Honestly. Very irritating. It is. It's the Manchester City in them. They can't help it. I like your wee man. Ashur. Imam Ashur. He's not playing a lot of games in the Egyptian Premier League, though. So maybe he's just on his best behaviour for the World Cup. He's been very good, though. Dookie Doku. De Bruyne is taking a corner here for Belgium. He's put it in a very good area in the box. It was headed away by Egypt, and then Yuri Tielemans took a shot that wasn't a million miles away. That's the best thing he's done in the whole match. And that was a tough one because it was way up in the air. He struck it really well. It was a really good strike from Yuri Tielemans. Yeah. Damien says it's the City DNA. Exactly. And then Harold said, and then you have Haaland headbutt to the face and refuse to go to the ground, knowing he could have got Gabriel sent off. Agreed. Oh. Shot by De Bruyne, saved by the keeper. A shot on target. There was a shot on target for Belgium, lads. They've had a shot on target. We have only had to wait 62 minutes, and Belgium have had a shot on target. Congratulations, Kevin De Bruyne. Well done. The goalkeeper has now been able to participate in the match. Oh, Lukaku. I see Lukaku. They're looking at the tactical folder. Lukaku's going to come on. I have to say that wee chap Catalara, not very good. Not very good. Yeah, Bojack, 60 minutes in. Crazy. And what were Belgium, before we started, when we did the poll, what were Belgium? 73% to win? Was that the vote? 83, 73? 73%. So before the match kicked off, 73% was the vote for Belgium to win the match. Love it. A catch there. Catch from the Egypt goalkeeper. Tried to kick it forward fast. The Belgian player got in his way and he fell over. I'll be honest, that feels a little bit like, I mean, that was his own fault, no? The RTE player keeps glitching. You're mad with the plats. Flossie voted for Egypt. You're going there on holidays, aren't you, Flossie? So she's not even just made it up now because they're winning. I'm sure that's where you're going on holidays because you said it and I was like, oh, I love Egypt. I'm sure you said that. Harold says 10 attempts each, 4 on target for Egypt, 1 for Belgium. There was a shot there for Egypt, for Marmouche. It took a weird old deflection. I didn't know where it was going for a minute. Yes, you are, Flossie. I knew that. So Flossie is on the right side at the moment. But all it's going to take is 1 goal. Do you know, if it wasn't for that deflection, I don't know, that might have been going in the bottom corner, you know. There's going to be a corner here. Salah's taking it. Why don't they put any of their corners into the box? Right, there it is. Headed away. Okay. Damien, Belgium are channeling Spain in terms of jersey colours and not being able to score. It looks like it, doesn't it? Tielemans has suddenly realised he's in a football match. Harold, what do you guys call diving? We call filming in Norway, and with a dive like that, we will typically say he's going for the Oscars. Yeah, you can say that, Harold. You can say that. Like the Oscar for the best dive. You can say that in English as well. Lukaku on, Catalara off. That wee chap, bless him, he just wasn't in the game at all. He just was not in the game at all. Hello, our Stu. That's a new. What is your new? Let me see your new. Is that for England? Goal! I missed the goal looking at Stu's new profile picture, lads. I have missed. We're 1-1. Lukaku has come on the pitch, scored. It's not been, I would even say, 30 seconds, let alone 60. What in the name of God? And I was looking at Stu's new profile picture. Right, lads, I'm ignoring the rest of you. I'm not talking to you anymore. I need to update the score now as well. Right, I need to update the score. Right, I'm watching the replay. Brilliant. Just literally just run straight and was like, get the ball on my foot. Excellent. The keeper wasn't big enough. The keeper wasn't. Talk about an impact sub. Talk about an impact sub. Like, boom, on the pitch, scores. Like, it couldn't have even been 30 seconds. He came on, play restarted, he scored. We're in the hydration break. Yeah. Well, that's because he's only played 7 matches all season. And he had a bit of a tantrum at Napoli. Fell out with them. It was Conte at Napoli, wasn't it? He's gone now. But it was Conte at Napoli. He fell out with him, refused to do training, refused to play matches, stopped turning up to the point where Napoli, I'm sure they were parting ways with him. But they were definitely giving him a fine. So he is out of shape. I mean, to be fair, the head coach is right. He's definitely out of shape. But he didn't have to run too much before that goal, so he's still at all his breath. He's knackered now, needs to be subbed off. Well done, Harold. That's good. Well done, Harold. That's a good one. I like that one. Very good. Tom is back. Don't worry, Tom. I missed the goal as well. I had to watch it on the catch-up because our Stu come in here with a new profile picture and distracted me entirely. Disgraceful behaviour changing his profile picture. Who does he think he is? Right, let me see what you guys are saying. Is it going down as an own goal, Harold? It kind of, he was coming through and then the keeper and the defender, sort of the three of them all clashed together. It might have went in off the defender. But if Lukaku wasn't there, the goal isn't. Do you know what I mean? Even if he doesn't score it, he's caused it. Because that's not happening without him. And it's what the other wee chap just wasn't doing. He wasn't getting in the places. He wasn't physical. He wasn't getting in the way. He wasn't challenging the defenders. He wasn't really doing anything. So, Hanny, is that the wee guy? Hanny? Is it him that's going down as the OG? I mean, to be fair to him, what's he going to do? He can't let Lukaku run through. He has to try and get there first. In getting there first, he's obviously conceded the own goal. I don't think I would be too harsh on him, if I'm honest. Because I think if he's not there, Lukaku scores it anyway. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think I'd be too harsh on him. Yes. Push him in the dungeon. Push him in the dungeon, Flossie. In Teacup Castle dungeon. Yes, he looks sorry, doesn't he? He looks really sorry. I see how sorry his arse you. Let me see. Yeah, and that's it. Even if it's not his goal, it's his goal. Do you know? Poor Hanny. And he's actually been good, Lukaku. Right. There is a sub. Is it Ashur? My wee friend Ashur. Is it him coming off? Yeah. The goal scorer for Egypt, he's off. Rabia. Is it Rabia or Rabia? Rabia? Rabia has come on. He looks a bit more physical. He looks a bit more like the stature of Lukaku, this guy. A little bit sturdier, I would suggest. So obviously Egypt have had a little look at Lukaku and thought, we see your game, we have one of them. What are RTE doing? They keep glitching. Dave is not coping with the Seychelles at all. He's not loving it. He's not loving it at all, our Dave. Canada and Colombia are Stu's sweepstakes. I would imagine Tom, because of the same attitude he's shown at Napoli. Tom says, why was Lukaku slated by so many United fans when we had him? I would imagine if he had the same attitude to training and teamwork as he's had at Napoli, and disrespect to the managers and to his teammates, I would imagine that probably wouldn't have been very good. Also, don't forget, that was back when we still thought we were winning things. We were a wee bit deluded in that phase. A wee bit deluded. I'd say his attitude stank a wee bit. But also, we were still feeling a bit deluded at that point. We didn't realise quite how much of a the fall off was going to be at that point. Belgium are going forward now. Good save. Good save by the Egypt keeper, Chaubert. But see, look at the difference now. They know Lukaku's on the pitch. They know Lukaku's causing problems. They know Lukaku is distracting defenders. They know Lukaku's presence is there. Therefore, it leaves space for the other players to go and do things. And look at the difference. I don't think he probably had the fitness to play 90 minutes. But he's look at the impact since he's come on everybody around him. Just from him being there. And you know what? Egypt have been drastically the better team. Drastically the better team. Who do I want to win the World Cup, Stu? I had said Brazil, because obviously, Stu would know, I lived in Brazil. So I had said Brazil, but they really peed me off the other day. They were brutal. So I'll be honest, I don't really mind. I would like to see Brazil just because I live there. But I don't really see if Norway won the World Cup, I would be genuinely buzzing for them. Do you know what I mean? I'd probably be more buzzing if Norway won than if Brazil won. Because while I love Brazil, I love an underdog. I love a bit of chaos. I love a bit of upsetting the apple cart. See if it was like Morocco or Norway or even Japan or like anybody who's not expected to win it. I'd quite enjoy it, to be honest. Bojack, I wouldn't be devastated if Portugal won it. I wouldn't be devastated if Portugal won it at all. What about Portugal for the goal? Do you know what? I'd be really, really, really happy for both Ronaldo and Bruno if Portugal won it. I would. To be fair, I would be pleased with that. We did a predictor, Stu. We did a predictor where we worked the whole way through, and we had it as Brazil and Portugal in the final through all the predictions. Yellow card for Egypt there. We ended up with Brazil, Portugal in the final. I think we had Portugal winning, didn't we, in our predictions, guys? That one was a democracy. That one was a democracy. Damien would like it to be Portugal to see Bruno lift it. I'm not forgetting Dallo. I don't like him for United, and I'd have sold him several. Stu will remember. Stu will remember how long have I been talking about selling Dallo. Stu will remember from back in the day how long have I been talking about selling bloody Dallo. Oh dear. I haven't given it up, Stu. I'm still talking about it. I will not drop it. And Salah is being subbed off here. To be fair, it's 75 minutes in. But yeah, at least 4 years. God, time flies, doesn't it? But I wouldn't want Portugal to lose. I mean, I don't dislike Dallo as a person. He seems like quite a nice human being. Just as a Man United player, he should have just been sold. Tom. Flossie wants England, but if it's not going to be England, Mexico or the Netherlands. Speaking of the Netherlands, where's Paige been? We haven't seen Paige for 2 days or something. That's like a lifetime. I'd like to see the Netherlands for Paige, or like Norway for Harold, or somebody like that. I wouldn't mind it being Morocco. I think they did very well. I was genuinely impressed for them. Bojack, Dallo's been a prospect for these last 8 years. Was she? Did I say hello to her, Flossie? How incredibly rude of me. Was she here like earlier before I was live? Did I shout out her name when I was doing the teacup roundup? Lads, I'm surprised I remember my own name. I think even that's quite impressive at this point. Yeah, Dallo, too much vibes, not enough end product. Right, lads. We're going into the last sort of 15, 16 minutes of the match. What do we reckon is going to happen? Do we think... Did I? And at lunch... Don't listen to a word I say. Literally, just don't listen to a word I say. I am full of complete and utter nonsense. What? It's dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Harold wouldn't mind the Netherlands if it's not Norway. Fairs. I have to say, I'm genuinely not really... I picked Brazil because I felt like I had to pick someone. And if I had to pick someone, that's where I have the most sort of connection to. But genuinely, I don't care. Like, once I'd prefer an upset. Do you know what I mean? I would prefer you. I mean, I don't have to tell you lot. Who are we watching? The Japan equalizer. Do you know what I mean? I just love the chaos. Whatever causes the most chaos, that'll do me. Yeah, Flossie, I'm glad one of us has paid attention. Because apparently I'm not. Egypt are trying to attack here. I want Egypt to win this one. Coming into the match, I didn't have a preference. But I think Egypt have been by far the better team. I think they deserve the win. I'd be disappointed now, having watched the whole match. I would be disappointed now if Egypt lost. A draw, okay, I could live with, but I'd be really disappointed for Egypt if they lost now, having been the better team the whole way through. That would be disappointing. What are we thinking? The next match is Saudi Arabia and Uruguay. What are we reckoning to that one, guys? Because honestly, all the matches have been so far off the wall, I don't really know what's happening now. Bojack reckons a draw would be fair. I could live with a draw. I don't think Belgium deserve to win. Tom reckons Saudi win against Uruguay. I'm starting to think the way everyone else is going, maybe they will. I would have said Uruguay, and now I just don't know. The tempo's dropped now. The tempo was dropped now. Do you remember I said it was like high, high, high tempo, fast, fast, fast? But only really since the Belgium goal has the tempo dropped. Stu is off to walk the doggo. Nice to have seen you, Stu, and your new profile picture. You experienced the Lukaku goal with us. We might catch you in one of the other watchalongs in the week. We'll be back. We're back tomorrow for Norway, Iraq, and we're back on Wednesday for England, Croatia. But enjoy your walk. All boxed up, Bielsa and Uruguay go top later. Tom reckons Uruguay flop. Dave, if Agarte is playing, Saudi for the win. Bojack says, I don't know. Uruguay just ain't it. Yeah, there's not a lot of confidence there. I do hope Ugarte does well because it means we'll get a better price for him. The better he does, the better chance we have of selling him. So I actually hope Ugarte has a blinder of a World Cup. Lukaku's going to take a free kick here for Belgium. And the RTE player needs to be put in the bin. It's chopping by the minutes here. It was fine. The whole first half, it was fine. And now it's just started chopping. There must be more and more people using it. Gits. And is De Bruyne going to take it? De Bruyne put it in. Keeper gets to it. Keeper gets to it. Sends it out. But not too far. Put back in for Belgium. Keeper gets to it again. Good save. Really good save, the Egypt keeper. Chaubert, very good save. That was an important save. Egypt tried to counter-attack, but it was cut out. Belgium are trying to go forward again. Cut out. Right, it's with Egypt. It's very fast now. Very fast now. Yet Saudi beat Argentina in the last World Cup. Saudi, yeah, I think I would go with Saudi, against Uruguay. Harold is saying Uruguay have no chance. Yeah, fair, Tom. Fair. Right. Egypt are trying to go forward now. So we have about 10 minutes left, lads. If there's not an extraordinary amount of added time. So maybe 11, 12 minutes left. I mean, that was a dreadful attempt by Egypt, wasn't it? I know it was dropping. It does force what I believe is a corner, though. El Dawsari is scoring the winner, says Tom. That was such a good save by the Egypt keeper a minute ago. Corner in for Egypt. Nothing come of it. Egypt are attacking here. The RTE player has just crashed completely. The whole site. Let's refresh. All right, lads. Can we do it? Right, Lukaku. Cut out. cut out. Yeah, the Egypt goalkeeper has been very good so far, Bojack. Very good. I agree. I think he's equipped himself really, really well. Two more Belgian subs. De Bruyne is coming off. Pre-season in less than a month. That's madness, isn't it? Like that is madness. Is Doku off there as well? Ah, Fernandez Pardo in. That is one of the guys we've been linked to. That is the young chap we were linked to recently. I think Newcastle were linked to him as well, weren't they? And Vanaken. Egypt going forward here. They're trying anyway. He's crossed the ball in, but there's nobody there. I don't know who Marmoush was trying to give that to. Oh no, Marmoush didn't get on the end of it. I was wondering why he was putting the thumbs up. Thanks for that pass I did nothing with. We could be looking towards a draw here now. We're getting to... Header there from Lukaku, but over the bar. We could be going for a draw, guys. I'll tell you what, to be fair, Lukaku doesn't look drastically unfit, considering. The game feels like it's petering out. Oh, now two changes for Egypt. Two changes for Egypt now. We're very late. Like we're 87, nearly 88 minutes, and now we're making two subs. Damien's saying Lukaku should have done better with that header. He should have. I'd say Lukaku would agree with you. Yeah. Dave, whoever reckoned Lawmans, it was the goalkeeper coach. It was the goalkeeper coach that recommended Lawmans. But I wonder if he's any other tricks he knows about. So Hafez and Adel on for Egypt. I mean, that's a foul. That's a foul, referee. The Egypt player is chasing the ball, and then he was what do you call it when you stand in front of the player? He was impeded. He was definitely impeded there. That for me, that was a free kick. But anyway, the referee played on. He's been very laissez-faire throughout the match for the most part, so he's pretty consistent. But I thought that was a free kick, if I'm honest. But Egypt are coming forward anyway. Headed it to the Belgian defender for some reason. But anyway, Egypt are going to try again. Mr. Tony Cotton. That's his name. I knew it was the goalkeeper scout, but Tony Cotton, I couldn't think of his name. Thank you, Bojack. Egypt coming forward here. Blocked. Headed away. Oh. Cleared across the ground by the number 4 for Belgium. I can't read all their names from here, so if they're not a player I know, I'm going to shout their numbers. Belgium are now going to try and attack. It's been sent forward, launched forward, headed back for Lukaku, but he hasn't got to it. The Egyptian defender got there first, and now Egypt are going to look to go back 5 minutes at a time, people. 5 minutes at a time. 5 minutes of added time. It's just end. I'm sorry, guys. I keep yawning. You would think it was a lot later. Mo Salah is currently off the pitch. He was substituted off a little while ago. Egypt are in Belgium's 18-yard box, but it's been won back by Belgium, who have launched it forward. They're just launching it and hoping Lukaku can get to it before the Egyptians, basically. In terms of did he do anything in the game, yeah. He was part of a lot of the attacks, certainly in the first half. He was a part of a lot of the attacks in the first half. He was a little quieter in the second half, up until he was substituted off. In the first half, he was quite involved, though. Not as involved as the other wee guy. Ashore. Ashore seemed to be the main of all the attackers. He's the one I keep seeing. He's off now as well, but he was the one I kept seeing. Second half, he was probably a bit quieter, I would say. I can hear the vuvuzelas are going again. The crowd are up for it. The tempo's lifted again. It went into a little lull, and now the tempo's really lifted again. They know this game is up for grabs, and they're both trying to win it. Belgium are going forward. Trossard, he's laid it off. Lukaku's come back for it, but he's facing the wrong direction, is Lukaku. Out on the left wing there for Belgium. Blocked. Tried to cross it. Blocked by the Egyptian player. The chap that got the own goal, very good block. He's had a good game. I know he's got the own goal, but he's had a good game, so he has. I think that's Ngoy there, has it, for Belgium. Out to the left. Yeah, they're doing their best to get it to Lukaku. That is Belgium's current tactic. Get it to Lukaku. That's their aim at the minute. Yeah, route one to Lukaku. Absolutely. That's exactly what they're doing. Trossard's won a free kick here, but I'll be honest, don't think it was a free kick. I think he made a meal of it. I think he's made a meal of it. But it's going to be a free kick. You can just see it, can't you? You can just see Belgium winning this from a Lukaku goal. Yuri Tielemans, who I didn't realise was still on the pitch, Yuri Tielemans is going to take this free kick. Didn't even know he was still on the pitch. He's had a bad match, Yuri Tielemans. Really bad match. Free kick taken. Hooked over the net. Over the net. It was Michele. Michele put it over. It was a weird old angle from though. Yeah, that wee Ngoy for Belgium has had a good match. Obviously, Lukaku's had a massive impact since he's come on. Tielemans has been really poor. Belgium are defending now. We're going to end up at a draw here. We've only a few seconds left, but I don't want the game to end. It's been really good. It's a really entertaining game. Don't want it to be over. I'm really enjoying myself. Got out of play. It's going to be that's it. That's it. Game over. 1-1. I mean, to be fair, that's probably considered a good point for Egypt, but actually, they could have got the win, if we're honest. They absolutely could have and maybe should have got the win. I know one of you there said that a draw was fair. I think was it Bojack? Was it all boxed up? One of you said that a draw was probably a fair result. I don't know. I think Belgium could have nicked it. I mean, to be fair, Belgium could have nicked it at the end. Egypt were drastically better in the first half. Maybe a draw is fair, but look at the impact off Lukaku. Belgium were a different team when he came off the pitch. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought that was a good old game. That wee chap, Ashur, who obviously I've never watched before, he was very good. Very, very good. I didn't think Marmouche was particularly good. And I think Belgium need to figure out something with that wee guy to get to Lara, because obviously Lukaku's not going to be able to play all the minutes. And there can't be that much of a difference when he's not on the pitch. Doku and Marmouche having a wee chat. Right, lads. Right. Thank you all very much for being here. We've had a wonderful time at Teacup Castle. It's been very enjoyable. I've had the best of company. I need to stop the timer. Stop the timer. It's still going. Yes, thank you all very much for being here. I'll be back 12 o'clock tomorrow. We will have a 12 o'clock show tomorrow, so I will see you all there. Enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you're off to do. Enjoy the football if you're going to watch it. Hopefully some good matches. Smash the like if you forgot to do so on your way in. And subscribe if you're new at Teacup Castle. We'd love to have you back with us. But see you all tomorrow, guys.